Brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin, indeed. Monday morning, Wheeler, Lecter, and AJ with you, all back from separate things we did on the weekend. Lecter went to Hidden Lake. AJ went to the East Arm. I stayed in town, but got a little pink. Went for a float on Long Lake. I didn't want to drive out in the middle of nowhere. Just want to pop in at the lake and lay down. It was great.
You're in a studio with basically two gingers.
Yeah.
Who were outside on a sunny weekend, all weekend. And you're the only one.
With a pink.
With pink.
Oh, I know. I put it on my face and my neck and my arms, and then got in the floater. I was like, well, I got to take this black shirt off that I have on.
The floater.
The floater.
The flotation device.
The flotation device. Took it off, and I was like, I'll be fine. Fell asleep for about 20 minutes. Floating around. We were out there for a couple hours.
Where'd you guys go?
Just Long Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Just float around. Just float around in the water.
Nice.
Also, I wouldn't say you're the only one that's pink.
You look a little pink.
I'm wearing a red shirt for a very specific reason.
To match your skin.
Yes.
Where'd you go in the East Arm?
I went to the Caribou Islands.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you got a reverse burn as well?
No, this is a standard burn for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arms, neck, a little bit of the face.
I got the reverse burn, because usually I got the farmer's tan going. Yesterday, took the shirt off.
Just kind of nice.
Yeah.
That'll probably turn into a tan, right?
Tell you what, it will turn into a tan. Tell you what, it's only on one side. You can't really flip around on a flotation device.
But you can. It just never looks good. You just kind of flop around. So it shoots out underneath you and you rearrange.
And Lecter went to Hidden Lake. He won't tell us where it is.
No one knows.
This is our secret place.
That would reveal the lake.
Yeah, that's right. Then it would be Revealed Lake. And no one wants to go to Revealed Lake. Ew.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
Over the weekend, 2 Unky bears. And when I say Unky, I mean UNC. I mean unconfirmed. 2 unconfirmed bear sightings over the weekend. Not allowed to confirm just yet. We haven't heard from ENR, but we did see a lot of posts over the weekend about people saying, there's a bear over here. There's a bear over here. First post I saw was there was a bear between Max and the fire hall. That person on that post said they saw it run across the street. And then I saw another person post this a little after that saying, don't go by stay off Frame Lake Trail. And I said, why? And they said bear. So sounds like there was a bear in town. Still yet to be confirmed.
Still unconfirmed.
And then I saw another post saying they saw ENR loading a bear into their truck. Whether it was tranked or shot, they don't know. But if it's in the city limits, chances are shot. I think.
Maybe just went on its own accord. Come on, get in the truck.
Come on.
All right. Come on, Yogi.
Yeah, I like the unconfirmed bear thing. It's like it's
unconfirmed bears.
It's either a bear or it's not.
Wow, people.
I mean,
that's true.
I guess it could be a really hairy dude.
Well, we got to hear from the
around.
experts. You can't just trust the public to identify a bear.
Yeah,
you need an expert in there. A guy from ENR to come up and stand next to the guy who saw the bear and go, that's a bear. That's a bear. That's a bear you got there. What do you expect us to do about it?
A lot of fur on that bear.
A lot of fur on that bear. I go up there. I go down Frame Lake. There's a bear over there. That's what all the ENR agents sound like. They sound like old men from Maine. I go up there. There's 2 bears. There was another unconfirmed bear. We just came in this morning, and I asked Ollie, did we hear from ENR to confirm about the bear? He said, no, unconfirmed bears. And I said, bears?
Ooh.
Yeah, plural, so 2 bears.
Now, all of a sudden, we got a bear party on our hands.
It's like a friggin' country bear jamboree around here. We do accents in the morning. So, yes, if you've seen this bear or bears, I mean, again, unconfirmed. But, I mean, it sounds like there was a bear in town.
And close, right in town.
Right close. That happens.
Does it?
Oh, yeah, it happens. My mother spins a yarn back in the day. She said a bear came up by the theater.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Right in the middle of town.
Who doesn't love popcorn?
Well, I mean, I don't like their popcorn, but but bears coming in town, it's not something it's obviously pretty rare. But I mean, you hate to think of why the bear came in town. Obviously, it was hungry, but maybe it was injured. That's the thing. Like when bears start to get obviously habituated, but also start to not care about being around humans. That's the dangerous part, right? Because he's either injured or starving or whatever.
Well, especially in the age of COVID.
That's right.
It's supposed to be social distancing.
That's right.
A bear is maybe going to follow that.
Well, if anything, a bear is going to make it easier to social distance. Stay in your homes. There's a bear out there. Fair enough.
Yeah, but the bear doesn't understand.
No, the bear doesn't understand, but the humans do. This is kind of the thing. Like with the COVID-19 thing, it's like stay in your homes. There's something out there that can kill you. And people are like, well, I don't see it, so I'm not going to wear my mask. It's like if you put a bear in the streets, people are like, a bear wearing a coat that says COVID-19 would probably keep people in their homes.
Unless then someone's going to get indignant about it, though.
That's right. That's right. And just start shooting at the bear.
Yeah, that bear's not wearing a mask. Why should I wear a mask?
Yeah, exactly. If masks work, why is the bear wearing one? Idiots. So, I mean, again, once we get those confirmed reports from ENR about these bear or parentheses bears, then we'll let you know. But it sounds like there was a bear. Not confirmed. But again.
So we don't know if a bear tax is coming.
That's right. Again, I'm not a newsman, so I'm going to say this. 2 bears befouled the city this weekend.
I'm going to give a quick yell to our newsman.
Newsman, unconfirmed bears. Yes. Unconfirmed.
All right.
Bears.
There it is.
Keep your eyes peeled. They're still out there.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast. Hey, it was early. What do you want from us?
Wheeler, Lecter, and AJ with you on your Monday morning. Mornings at the Cabin. Glory hole free since 2 weeks ago.
There it is.
Thanks, COVID.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks, COVID. Thanks for shutting that one down. Can't be safe.
Another thing we can't do.
That's right. That's right. Go to cabinradio.ca for this story. We talked about this last week, but it's still a really ridiculously cute story. And if you didn't hear us talk about it last week, Sarah Sibley has that for you at cabinradio.ca. Puppy love.
Yeah.
NWT dog set to tie the knot this summer. We talked about Jessie Wilson and her dog, Gabby, who was diagnosed with cancer just a few weeks ago at the age of 5. So a young pup. And they're going to have a wedding for Gabby and her friend, Bojack. A Northern Special mixed breed. I think they both are. She's a poodle.
She's a poodle, yeah.
But is she a rescue? I thought she was a rescue.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Actually, yeah.
Everything's mixed up here.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
I've got a lab.
She's Northern now.
Yeah, that's right.
Matter?
That's right. So Jessie and her good friends will put together their dogs, have a little houseboat marriage out at the Jolliffe Island.
Amidst the summer of Gabby.
So she's basically like giving her best summer because it's going to be her last. And yeah, I mean, it's such a wonderful story. So check that out at cabinradio.ca. I still have to get her this diamond necklace squeaky toy that I have.
Oh,
real diamond?
But yeah, real diamonds.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh yeah. We live in the NWT. Diamonds are a dime a dozen.
Just grab them out of the ground.
That's right. Just grab them out of the ground.
Dust them off.
Dust them off. Squeeze them. But Betty's being very jealously guarding this toy. So it's like on one side it's a tux.
Oh, yeah.
A tux like neck.
Right.
And then the other side it's a diamond necklace.
Oh.
And it cinches up in the back with Velcro and it squeaks.
And Betty doesn't want to share.
Nope. Betty has dozens of toys.
Not invited to the wedding.
Also not invited to the wedding. No.
She'd object.
Speaking of dogs, so Ollie and I did Mornings at the Cabin on Friday.
There were unconfirmed dog reports.
There were unconfirmed dog reports, except by Ollie putting it together. Another chapter in the saga of AJ versus Penny.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't have the two parties. By two, I mean AJ / Sarah, Penny / Sarah, and AJ. In the room to describe what happens. AJ, what happened on Friday?
What'd you do to the dog?
I did nothing to the dog. The dog did this to herself. I keep saying him. The vet kept calling her him, which I thought was odd. Seeing as
Penny could go.
He's the best.
Yeah.
She
sex names.
She has an issue with food and garbage.
And authority.
And I have food, garbage, and authority in my household. And she decided that she would get... I put everything up, but medication was left on the counter.
Right. So, well, I mean, they make it for puppies. It's delicious.
Yeah, but like, have you ever given medication to a Betty? Like, obviously you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does she take it well?
In the little, you break up the little, it comes with the actual food that's for pills.
Yes.
Right? Comes
Okay.
with a little
so you
hole
have
in
to
it,
trick her.
Stuff it in.
Yeah, you have to trick her into it. Yeah. So the most, like, if you have to force feed a pill down a dog, they don't like it. They don't
she's
like
gonna
medication.
fight it, right?
That's right.
Normally.
Yeah.
She didn't mind the stuff that you're supposed to like syringe into her mouth.
Right.
Put it on her food, and she didn't mind that.
Yeah.
But like pills, obviously another thing.
Yeah, well, Penny loves them.
Loves pills.
Loves them
Loves
pills.
Penny.
She has a bit of a problem.
Oh, Pen.
She got into them, and she was tweaking when I picked her up.
Too much anxiety.
No, she was fine. I couldn't find the pills when I got home, and I realized that they were left on the counter. And
Did they
rushed
turn
her,
up? Or?
Rushed her to the vet. They did in the end. So I took her to the vet. They did an X-ray. Couldn't find anything. So they thought it might be in her digestive tract already.
Right.
So they said, "Yeah, here's lube." He kept calling it lube. I was like, "Can you call it something else,
Can
man?"
you call it pumpkin juice or something? For
It's
God's
like,
sake?
here's some lube to put in her food. I'm like, come on.
Here's some lube for your dog.
So had you maybe forgotten to give her one of her pills that morning or something? Was she just like such a good
She was
dog?
on
She's
it.
like, oh, Uncle AJ just forgot
Yeah.
to give me my
I
pill.
better
I'll
double
just
down.
Take that.
I better
now."
take
Yeah.
two just in case he forgets tomorrow. No, I remembered. Yeah. Anyway, in the end, I did find it. It was like in the pantry. Somehow she tossed it under the door.
Oh, she didn't even take the pill.
She took two.
Oh.
And she's supposed to have half a pill each day. But it's just because of her stitches. It's like an antibiotic. But
Yeah.
so it wasn't, in the end, it wasn't the end of the world, but it was just timing.
Wait, stitches?
Dogs have, yeah, she got stitches. Yeah.
Well,
On
she
Monday.
gotten a little, not a little scrap,
that wasn't
but
scrap.
she
They were
kind of got
playing-
bit on the...
Yeah, a bigger dog, they were playing, and the bigger dog's tooth went basically through her nose.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
It's a doozy. You should see this dog.
I was petting her later that day. She was here just hanging out at the cabin, and I went to pet her, and I noticed she had a little bit of blood on her nose, and I thought maybe it was just like a mosquito had been squashed there. So I was petting her, and I like touched that spot, and I was like, oh, my finger just went inside your nose.
Ow.
It was funny. It was
my
one of those
God.
situations where like, oh, no, she's fine. Yeah, it's just a little scratch. And I had a look. I'm like, no.
That was a good...
This is a gaping
cut,
wound.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh
she
my
didn't
goodness.
care. She's just so
Yeah.
tough.
Dogs
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
Even the stitches. She hasn't even bothered it.
No.
She has a
no.
cone that I've yet to put on her because she's not fazed by it at all.
Yeah.
She's a great little dog, but she's just...
A pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this weekend I gave her to a friend of mine, Jody, to look after while I was at the East Arm.
Right.
And I said, okay, what happened? Like, how was she?
She's
She's like, oh, she's great. She's so cuddly and she's so well behaved. But I'm like, and there it is. So at like 6 a.m, there was a window open, and she was
a window
she
of
was just
opportunity
like,
or a literal window?
No, a literal window. Well, both technically. So a literal window was open, and there's a screen, and she decided, I want to go on the deck. Busted through the screen. Just crashed right through the screen. And then at like 6 a.m, Jody heard this crash, and there's Penny sitting on the deck. Like a screen wrapped around her. Yeah.
She wakes up thinking, is someone breaking into my house? No, the dog's just
dog's
breaking out.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Classic Penny.
man.
Just lulls you into this false sense of security. I'm the best.
Well done, Penny.
Turn your
So,
back.
are you ever taking care of her again?
No.
I think that's the end of it.
No, this is the end of
Yeah.
it. And I want to make a point. She's a great little dog, but Dre is so low maintenance that I'm not a good person to take care of Penny because
Right.
she needs you need to be on it all the time.
Yeah.
And Dre, I could leave a pizza on the floor and I'd come back and he would probably just box it up nice. He'd probably put it in the fridge. Be like, oh, this is going to go stale,
leave this
man.
out?
Yeah. I better put this in the fridge. Keep it fresh for you.
Oh.
So Gabby's getting married, Dre's starting a catering business, and Penny's going to rehab.
All because of me.
All because of AJ.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast where we cut out all the great music and you're left with the rest.
Joined by Ollie to give us a little lowdown on the latest cabin controversy. That's right. We've been confused for, Indian restaurant, a taco stand.
We're confused for a taco stand largely because every Tuesday you announce that there are tacos available, and people should
really
come
lean
down.
into
That's
that
right.
one,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not dissuading people from thinking that this is a taco stand.
No.
By the way, tomorrow Taco Tuesday. Come on down for a taco.
This
What?
would be why.
That's why. Oh, that's why. Okay. What else have we been mistaken for? We've been mistaken for a lot of things.
Chinese-owned conglomerate.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Which tip of the
But
nose.
bring it on.
Fingers
They
crossed.
sound
Bring it
like
on,
they got
please.
a ton of money.
If anybody, if any, some sort of authoritarian government body wants to buy us, please do. We will say whatever you want.
And I think probably CKLB at least once.
Yes. Well, absolutely, because we're not in a cabin.
That's right.
But neither are they anymore.
Yeah.
So they're no longer the original cabin.
Not to get too off topic, but where are they now?
in the old DMV office.
Oh,
Old highways building.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah. Home to the bureaucracy.
Okay. Good to know.
Wonderful stuff. But over the weekend, Ollie received an odd call. Although, given our name, it's understandable. Ollie?
So, got a phone call on Friday from a gentleman who identified himself as working for a cabin company.
Oh,
a company
good.
that builds cabins.
Oh, good.
Based in Alberta. And he phoned up. He said, is Mike there? I said, nope.
You got Mike here.
We don't have anybody called Mike. He says, well, no, I'm reading an article on your website that quotes a guy called Mike, so I was trying to see if I could speak to Mike. Like, huh? Let me... He gave me Mike's full name, and I searched for Mike's full name on our own website and found an article that Sarah Price had written in February about the community government of Wati's housing plan. I was like, you're looking for Mike at the Wati government? He's like, yeah, sure.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, that's like interesting. I mean, ordinarily, the way that journalism works is that we don't accommodate all the people we interview after publishing articles about them. We usually allow them to remain in situ.
Yeah.
So I gave him the phone number for the community government of Wati, and I thought that would be it. But he's like, we should probably do some business because we're a cabin building company, and you're cabin radio.
Absolutely. We do radio
Makes
for
sense
cabins.
to us.
So
I
had to say out loud the words. Well, we're not radio specifically about cabins. we are cabin radio, and you're not wrong. I can't deny that. But
that'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That's
really-
all we talked about.
it's really just a name. In as much as if you tune into Moose FM, you don't just get like an ungulate update every 30 seconds.
No, that's Cabin Radio's bit, too.
That's right.
You get
It's
moose
cabin
calls
radio.
on
that
air.
that moose
Yeah.
can sell anything, though.
Yeah. So basically, with this guy, it's like the pieces you're putting together do seem to fit.
Yeah.
You are right.
Cabin, radio.
Yeah.
What else more do I need to know?
Well, what could they possibly be talking? So I sort of, I feel like we turned it around, and when we ended that phone call, we were on the same page.
Yeah.
But it took a little while
Very much
to
so.
get through there. And so we now add to the list Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
Indian restaurant was still the best one.
Yeah.
Because
Very
that
good.
woman was so indignant on the other end of that phone.
Listen, if you're not going to give me what I want, I'll just go somewhere else.
Well,
Please do.
that's exactly what I'm asking you to do, because we have no chef or indeed much of a kitchen, and
Well,
nobody
Cabin
here.
Radio, the listener is always right.
That's right.
So I want you
Yeah.
to be an Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, we've probably got more of a shot at being a radio station about cabins.
Yeah.
I could get on board with that. I
That'd
could
be
see my
awesome.
way to running a podcast every now and again.
Every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning. It's just like Cabin Radio, episode 89, and our long-standing argument between log cabins or modular. Lecter's on the log cabin side, and I can't hate him anymore. Modular homes are the way to go.
I will never relent.
I know. What are you going to do? Just put a bunch of moss in there? You know what? Enough of this. Back to a song. That's
Oh, hang on. I think I'm getting a phone call. Getting a
back
phone call
from
again.
Episode 90.
Hello? Yeah, I know, right? I told you we'd get around to it. Yeah, isn't it great? Yeah,
We've
yeah,
been
got a very
talking
happy
about
customer.
it for weeks.
Very happy customer.
Weeks and weeks.
We finally got on topic.
That's right.
2.5 years later.
That's
Yeah,
right.
some guy's been listening since March 2018, waiting for the cabin-related information.
Yes.
When are they going to get to the cabins? Oh. Just change the station.
Use a pen. Oh, my goodness. Well, that's nice.
man.
That's nice that it came to a neat conclusion.
We got on the same page. I think everybody's happy, and they might advertise with us, which is great. So I hope they're not listening.
Got on the same page. No, this is the name of our radio station. Cabin Radio. I sell cabins. This seems simple. No, listen. Not just about cabins. Okay?
It's shocking also that this actually went somewhere, considering the first words that came out were, is Mike there? That's a real shot in the dark type of name.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to
Mike there?
weasel your way into something. Yeah, is Mike there?
Yeah.
Like probably, because Mike is the most common name in North America.
There's probably a mic around. Let me see if I can find one. Anyway, Mike.
So yeah, the fact that it actually led to something constructive in the end is actually kind of
I
remarkable.
was quite happy that I was able to find the right mic at the community government of Wati for the
Right.
guy. You know what? I feel like I've done my job.
That's why you're the best journalist in the North, Ollie.
Well, I'm glad our searches are that refined.
Yeah.
On the website, they just go, Mike.
Mike.
Oh, here's the story from February.
53 stories.
All right, settle in. Is it this mic? Is it this mic? What about this mic?
Oh, it's Mike Gibbons, isn't it?
There it is.
Nah,
Mikey Gibbons.
very
We're
cool,
all
Mike.
looking for Mike Gibbons.
Oh, well, that's us here at Cabin Radio. It's not just about cabins anymore. We've expanded.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
I know Cabin Sports Radio is coming up tonight. Are you guys doing it live tonight?
I don't know.
Don't know yet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in order to sate my own feelings about
Okay.
not being invited on Cabin Sports Radio for months.
Right. You've been invited.
I know. I just don't come.
That's right.
You're
You're too unreliable.
I'm not unreliable. I just have to work late a lot. Sports has started up again. MLB has started up. NHL, the playoffs start in, 5 days? They start on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Preseason games, pre-play-in games start this week.
And stuff. NBA started up. MLS is on its way. Toronto FC is already out of the MLS playoffs.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's all been fairly cautious, right? There's a whole bunch of different things that these these leagues are doing.
Yeah.
So MLB's got a 60 game season.
Right.
Right. NHL's got just the playoffs. NBA's got like 8 to 10 games of season left and then playoffs.
Yeah.
MLS is just going playoffs. Right. NFL has canceled its preseason. I don't know what the hell the NFL is going to do. So this is what's going on right now. This morning we found out that the Miami Marlins, who play in the Major League Baseball, they have canceled their season opener as 9 players and staff have tested positive for coronavirus.
Wow.
So they've canceled their home opener. So in a 60-game season, we're already seeing games canceled because of this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just going to lead to more conversations about, like, can we just just cancel the season?
No, they signed a contract.
Right? They signed a contract. It's got to get done.
That's binding.
But, like, so I saw an article this morning. I think it was a New York Times article saying athletics is getting back up. Professional sports leagues are back up and running. Their testing is going to be probably some of the best in the world because they're getting tested like twice a week or something like that.
Yeah.
But is it ethical to put these players and these people back in harm's way in order to do these things? And I mean, it's their job, so whatever. That's part of it. But like, is it ethical for us to want to watch sports when there's so much at risk? Because I mean, the same thing's going to happen in the NHL. And I mean, they've got their hub cities. Toronto and Edmonton are the hub cities, right? So everyone's going to Toronto and Edmonton, which is insane. That's like 700 players and coaches and everything else. Like, you're talking about thousands of people traveling to these cities, staying up in hotels for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end.
Yeah.
They've got all their protocols in place to try to stay safe. But you get into the playoffs, and like if a fourth liner goes down with like it's like the guy on Montreal, Crookham or Crackham, or I don't even know his name. He's my team.
Kotkaniemi?
No, not Kotkaniemi. No. And he's on my team. It's like Jeff Crockham or something. Sorry, buddy. Fourth liner. He's gone down. Like he's out. He's out. He's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks.
Right.
Right. Because he's tested positive. So if
whoa,
a guy
whoa.
What?
You know that for a fact?
Yes, I know that for a fact. It was on the news.
Okay, they're not just deeming him unfit to play?
No, I think it said he tested positive.
Oh.
I mean, Austin Matthews tested positive, too.
Yeah, but he's fine now.
That's right. But that brings us to the point. A guy like that goes down, and you're like, okay, that sucks. That's too bad. That means other players have been exposed possibly, so they're going to keep testing him. Again, testing him twice, 3, 4 times a week.
Right.
A lot. And the best testing, only the best. But say a guy like Austin Matthews or Steve Stamkos or your Sidney Crosby or Connor McDavid, they go down, and it's like, well, that's obviously a huge risk. There's a lot more at risk for a player like that because, there's just so much built up around them. But for the fan, and you lose a Crosby, a Malkin, a Connor McDavid, it's like, why are we watching?
For the cup, baby.
For the cup. The cup can cup. The cup can cup next year.
We don't need to cup
Stanley
Asterisk Cup.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the other thing. It's like it's going to have a big asterisk next to it, right?
Yeah.
Because, it's like a half a season. Well, it's not a half a season. I guess it's like a 60-game season.
Yeah.
Which is longer than the last lockout season when they awarded a cup, which was, 95? Did a half season and award a cup? No. Yeah.
No, 2013.
2013. Who won the cup that year?
Who did win the cup that year? Was it? Oh, Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. With their deep dish Stanley Cup Finals against the Boston Bruins. So yeah, that's all these sports channels and all these analysts are having the same conversation. They're kind of acting like it's just not business as usual, obviously, but just like, this is the season, this is what we're going to do, so let's get into it.
Yeah.
But like every day we're seeing more guys test positive. The Marlins have canceled their home opener on an already shortened season.
Yeah.
What do you do?
It's a bizarre situation.
It is.
Without question. And yeah, the fact that, when COVID was just happening and like the NBA season was shut down, the NHL season was shut down, MLB was like, we don't know until further notice. And all that was happening. I think the thought at that point was that, well, if we're going to pick this up at some point and finish off these seasons, like there needs to be zero chance of anyone, becoming infected or anything. Like we need to get past this first and then figure out what we're doing with the rest of these sports seasons, which, are obviously very insignificant in comparison to a global pandemic. But people, I mean, it's certainly not to the ethical side. It's certainly not unethical for people to want to watch sports, especially, this has all been a time when distractions have been very necessary and very welcome. And, that's when we always get into the, remember who helped you through this pandemic, which is the artists, and that whole argument, which is fair. We all, anyway.
We all like art.
Yeah, we do. And don't always like to pay for it. But yeah, this is a thing where it's a very welcome thing that it's coming back, but at the same time, like how much is too much? And like the NHL and NBA have already proven time and time again that any amount is not too much, because there have been, like, God, I don't even know the total numbers of players that have tested positive.
Getting
now,
into the hundreds at this point.
Yeah, just in like their training camps where you're even more closed off than they're going to be in these hubs in Edmonton and Toronto. And they've had entire training facilities shut down because of, several players testing positive. And like back in March and April, I would have thought that it would have been like, all right, that's it. Shut it down. Yep. We're not going to do this because it's too dangerous.
Seemed obvious.
But it's like, nope. Just keep forging ahead.
Well, that's the new normal that we keep on talking about, is that like the new normal now is that like this is going to be around, but we have to figure out a way to keep doing stuff.
Right.
So like just like the as we come out of our plans here, it's like if we get another case, it doesn't mean we're going to go all the way back to lockdown. It means we're going to handle that case and we're going to keep on moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, we all know we're in a different situation.
We are,
where you. I mean, I think you could legitimately justify that if we do have one case, perhaps the best idea is to go into lockdown for 2 weeks and then see where we are from there. But that's not the rest of the world's approach necessarily, or the rest of North America's anyway.
Hey, U.S., get your head out of your butt. It's the world's gone topsy-turvy, man. We are protecting our artists and actually paying them, and we're asking our athletes to play for exposure. Yummy.
I can't wait for the NHL playoffs.
Yeah. All right, that's going to do it for Mornings at the Cabin for this Monday morning. I'm going to go slap some After Sun aloe on my chest because it is pink, and I'm starting to feel it. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.